I'm Dara Halpin, the founder of Sheila.ie, and you are very, very welcome to our Sheila Women YouTube channel. At Sheila, we're on a mission to empower you to take care of your pelvic floor health. And this week, we've got a video in our Pelvic Floor Basics series. Now, this series is all about taking an individual exercise and showing you how to optimize it for your pelvic floor strength and flexibility. We're looking at pelvic tilts. Pelvic tilts are a quite simple and small movement-based exercise. You might come across them if you're doing some Pilates or maybe yoga, but they're really good to actually take and isolate on their own so you can tune in and focus on how those pelvic floor muscles are really coordinating with the breath and with mobilizing the pelvis itself. They're really great for flexibility in the hips and the lower back, and they're really good for activating that inner core, that transverse abdominis, the inner layer of ab muscles as well. You can do them lying down, you can do them kneeling, you can do them in all four position, and you can do them in standing. But to get to grips with what's happening, we're going to start lying down. So come on onto your mat or onto the floor or even onto a bed, and when you're comfortable, I'll show you what to do. So you want to be lying down on your mat with your feet about hip distance apart and flat on the floor, so knees pointing towards the sky. Just make sure that the upper body is nice and relaxed. You might need to shimmy your shoulders underneath your body, and you can rest your hands gently on your tummy. Just make sure the back of the neck is long. You might need to tuck your chin slightly. So we're going to start by just tuning into our breathing, allowing the tummy here to be soft. Make sure the ribs aren't sticking up here. Nice and relaxed. Back into the mat there. There should be a little gap in the small of your back. Everybody's is a bit different there. The gap underneath the bottom of your spine will be different for each person. So just whatever feels nice and comfortable for you. We're just going to start by shimmying around a little bit. So just move your pelvis side to side. So the hips are moving up and down here, and you can feel these hip bones, which are the sides of your pelvis. Then you're going to rest down with them right in parallel, so they're opposite each other, these two areas. Then what you're going to do is allow the pelvis to move forward. So you're tilting towards your knees. Your pelvis is rotating from flat to forwards. This is called an anterior pelvic tilt. So your hip bones are moving towards the thighs, and the spine, that curve at the lower back, is becoming bigger, so moving away from the floor. Then we're going to do the opposite. Move the pelvis back so that the spine is pressing into the floor. Now, no real activity in the glutes here, maybe a little bit of push from the feet just to help, but you're just moving the pelvis. And that is your really basic pelvic tilt. But what you need to do to make this help your pelvic floor is activate those pelvic floor muscles. So now that we know what the action is, we're going to add in a bit of breathing and a bit of muscle activation. So, with the tummy relaxed, chest not moving, nice and still, we're going to take a gentle breath in and allow the tummy to expand and release any tension we might be feeling in our pelvic floor. So just allowing the tummy to move out as you breathe in and relax, and the pelvic floor muscles to move down and away. This is small and subtle, so don't worry if you can't feel it. Just let go of any grip. As you breathe out, allow the tummy muscles to recruit a little, and the pelvic floor too. So we're just going to engage ever so slightly as we breathe out. Do that a few times. Breathe in, release everything, nice and relaxed, and out. A gentle squeeze. And we're going to accentuate that squeeze and allow the squeeze of the pelvic floor and the abdominal muscles on the exhale to start to move the pelvis. So breathing in, release everything. You might find the pelvis moves away here, moving forwards, tilting forwards. Spine moves away from the mat. As we breathe out, recruit those muscles, squeezing the pelvic floor and the tummy muscles, and pulling the tummy to the spine, into the mat, so the spine becomes more flat on the mat. Relax, breathe in. Recruit the muscles. Breathe out. Pull the belly button to the spine. Breathe in and release. Breathe out. Squeeze the muscles a little and bring the belly into the spine. Now this time we want to really focus in on what the pelvic floor is doing. We're going to start our squeeze around the anus, moving through the perineum to the vagina and the urethra at the front, and then accentuating it with that squeeze of the abs at the end. So you want to hold all those muscles as you breathe out, and then release. Really enjoy the sensation of letting go, and you'll notice the pelvis rocks forward. Breathing out, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze from the anus, perineum, vagina, urethra, and the abs. And release. You're going to feel like the bottom of your ribs are coming in to meet the top of those hip joints, the top of your pelvis there. So breathing out again. Squeeze all the way from the anus, perineum, vagina. Hold, 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 hold. Squeeze the abs a little bit more. And release, breathe in. So why this is such a good pelvic floor exercise is we're getting the full range of movement. A real squeeze from the anus, perineum, vagina, urethra and abs. Pull, 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 everything pulling around, inwards and upwards, into the mat again. And we can hold, hold, hold there and release. And if you really tune in, you can feel when the pelvic floor muscles start to get tired and want to let go. And for you, that's when you should release the hold. Release completely and start again. Breathe out, recruit, recruit, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And when you feel you're starting to let go, release completely and enjoy the expansion. Now, things to watch out for. Don't activate your bum muscles. You don't want the bum squeezing. You don't want anything coming up off the floor. That's coming into a bridge pose, which we'll do in a later video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. So no squeezing of the bum, no squeezing of the face. No effort at all in the upper body here. Remaining completely relaxed and easy. You can try one more with your hands now on the mat. Tummy nice and released for that in-breath. Really important to start from that relaxed place. Breathing in, move slightly away as the pelvis tilts forward. Exhale, squeeze the anus, perineum, the vagina, and the lower abs, pulling that spine towards the mat. When you're ready, relax, release, and breathe in. And that's your pelvic tilt. That's it for this week's video. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Do like and subscribe. It really does help us keep making free content for you, and you'll make sure you don't miss any more of our pelvic floor basics series. Thanks for watching.